Morning, everybody. Would you change for love?
Good morning.
Would you change for love?
My question to you, you don't ask me questions.
Oh, okay. I'm
If-
sorry.
If someone you love asked you to change something about yourself, would you do it?
Is that a serious question?
Like if I would ask you to change something, so
Why
you
are
would
you?
forget
Why,
about pride, you would compromise and
give me an example. What would you want me to change, and I'll tell you.
no, but it doesn't have to be like a certain thing. It's just you need to understand if I'm asking you to change, would you do it because of love? Something that you don't think you need to change, but I'm
don't-
asking you.
I don't think I need to change anything.
No, of
This is
course,
like the perfect
exactly.
man in
That's
the
the-
whole universe. Just kidding. But perspective of you asking me for change, is that because you're trying to control me, or is that because?
Oh, see, that's
No,
the
but I mean
question.
that's the question. Are you trying to control me? Are you trying to enforce this on me?
Why control? It's
Or
just,
are we sitting down and saying, this doesn't serve our family anymore, and we need to?
see, that's how would you look at it? That's the
I mean,
question.
there's different ways how you tell me, hey, dude, change yourself. You look like, then I would take it not really good. But if you sit down and say, listen, Taras, we have to talk about this. You know, you do 150 push-ups each morning, and you wake up the whole house because on the 150 first push-up you fall. Can you please do it somewhere else? Then it's a different perspective of how you talk about it.
We can be anything. I can ask you to change attitude or your hobbies or anything. Whatever.
It's not about asking me.
Maybe both.
If you ask me to change, I can change. Why are you asking me this?
So are you like? Would you say like just love me for who I am?
That's supposed to be like that.
So you wouldn't then want to change anything.
No, I would, depending why. Is this hurting the family? Is this something that doesn't serve the
This
family?
is not about the family. It's
If
just
I
the
go to
person
play
is
poker
asking.
for 4 hours on
Right.
Friday,
And I
4
say, I
hours
don't
on
like
Saturday, and 4 hours on Sunday, and you tell me, Taras, I need to talk to you about this because your poker habit's taken away from our kids, and I understand that this is your habit, but
So
can
that means
you?
you are willing.
No,
to
it's
change
there's a
things.
different perspective. Why? If this is something like that, then it's taking away time from something else. It's not a change. It's something needs to be done. Is this your job? Is this your business? Is poker serving you? Is this feeding your family? Then I'm not changing it.
But don't you think? Do you have this perception that real love doesn't demand change, and if the person loves you, shouldn't ask you to change?
Change should be done inevitably, and real love has nothing to do with it. The real love is if you love yourself, you love another person. It's not because of the change or the you're planning. We had this video recorded before. We've talked about it. If you request somebody and you say, I will make sure when we get married, I will make sure he or she changes. No. But when you start
so
driving,
it's not right to ask for a change.
it's right to ask a person, discuss with the person, what is the situation and why is this being brought up. Like poker situation, if this is just to get away from home and to stay away from wife, kids, and the routine, and you do it 3 days, 12 hours in 3 days, it's the situation has to be changed, and the situation has to be inevitably producing different results. But if poker is your job and this is your means of getting income, then what is there to change? This is like, and if you don't like that, that it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then you should have asked those questions in the beginning. Like, what is your job? How do you do your job? When are you absent? Like your business, where is your business? Worldwide, when do you do it? All over the place.
Well, you talk about like a family already, established family. For example, if the couple is just dating, right, and then one partner demands the change.
Leave that
Like, how do
partner.
you know if you're
Leave that
changing-
partner. Don't ever talk to that partner.
If you-
Demand.
If you're changing too much for love,
Yeah.
sometimes people would say, oh, I need to change to keep her, or I need to change to keep him.
If one partner demands the change, leave that partner. Have a good day. Demand ask that partner, what are you willing to change? Change, come back when you change. Because you see me that way, I'm not that way.
So
And
you're
you're gonna
saying the
start.
right person doesn't control you. They just kind of grow with you.
I mean, of course, if you demand anything from another person, that's a little bit more on a, you know, pressure side. I want you to do this for me because I'm gonna give you this, or as you know, if you don't do this, I'm gonna.
Do that.
That's great. I would love to hear their opinion on how the family is going and how close are they are, and what do their kids think of them, and what is the, you know, the biggest thing is about a family. They call it a family, but they don't talk to the family. They don't get feedback from kids. They don't get feedback from woman, man. They don't get feedback from dog or cat. That's the thing. And then the change, demanding the change. You have to be willing to give away the habits that don't serve you any longer when you grow together as a partner. It doesn't have to be a marriage involved. It doesn't have to be. If you come up with a partner and you're sitting down and your significant other tells you, give me 1 second to finish, your significant other tells you, or your partner in business tells you, or your partner in tennis tells you, dude, don't stand there, you're gonna get hit with a ball. And you're like, yeah, boom, oops, oh, right. On the third try, you're not gonna stand there. If your partner tells you, we have to do business differently, this is not gonna serve us, and you still do that, what is gonna happen?
Okay, so what about a compromise in a relationship? At what point you think does compromise turn into losing yourself, right? So when, because they say in family it's very important to come to compromise. So when somebody is telling you something and they say, listen, this is important for me, that change is important for me, let's compromise, even if you don't want to do it.
Can you give me an example? Give me an example. Pick a specific change, just you knowing me. What would you tell me? Pick past habit, current habit. Give me an example. So I could compromise.
It can be anything.
No, I need an example. Anything is
You
too.
go to gym too often
Okay.
instead of
Okay.
taking care of the kids, but you're doing it for your health,
Right.
so you're helping yourself. But
Right.
the spouse
Did you know?
thinks,
Did you know of this habit prior meeting me? When you went out, did I tell you about it?
Let's say yes.
Okay, so you knew of it.
Yeah.
Great. So after you knew of it, in week in, what changed all of a sudden? That I have to give away my gym.
Well, let's say when people meet, there's no
Mhm.
family
Mhm.
yet, so it doesn't really bother them. But
Mhm.
then, when they have other responsibilities and
So what is it that I have to change it right away because you want me to
You
sit
need to be
home?
more
You
with
want
the
me to
kids,
sit
let's
home
say,
and watch
instead
the
no,
Netflix
be more
with
with
you?
the kids versus staying 3 hours at the gym. So
Okay,
people do that.
what if I told you that on the first date that my deal breakers are these? Kids, I will take care of them this much. Gym, I will be 3 hours a day in the gym. This is my deal breaker. What if I told you straight up about this? Would you be okay with it? What did I tell you on our first date?
Yes, you did.
What did I tell you? I told you I didn't know you, but I told you everything that matters for me on the first date. And it's the most important part. We have to be at my parents' house for Easter, and we have to be at my parents' house for Christmas. Did I say that?
Mm-hmm.
On the first date, you looked at me with eyes like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But this, you knew of it right away. So when Easter came, you didn't ask me what we doing. You know where we at.
Right.
And all of a sudden, you want to change that? Great. I will try to change it. 25 years down the road, we can change that. But then the first week,
Sometimes these things don't serve the family anymore.
ask yourself a question. If they don't serve a family and you have a family and you have 2 kids and it has to be twisted a little bit, then it's sit down and let's discuss about this. But if you just becoming, you know what? You're not going to gym today. No. My personal, I would never stay with a person like that. I'm sorry. I would not stay with a person. If I told you up front, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is how I deal with stuff, this is what's a deal breaker for me, and you in a week tell me to change, have a good day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested.
Okay.
So what is your question? Am I willing to change?
No.
What is your other question?
No compromise. No change.
No, people do sit down and talk to each
You're a
other.
perfection.
No, that's not true.
I
Sit
got
down,
it.
sit down and talk
End
to
of
each other.
conversation.
This is very important. When you sit down and talk to your significant other, your partner, you will know the answers. But don't make sure you don't do it for the reason of manipulation, because that's 99% of families.
Mm-hmm.
They do it to manipulate, to see, oh, if I have a control of him or her or your partner or your kids. Don't do it that way. Do it from another perspective. How is it not serving our family any longer? Isn't it? If it isn't, well, how can we change it? You will have much more appreciation.
So basically what you're saying is this: you would change only if you think it's a good thing for you to do. So meaning that that's not a compromise. It's just basically if you decide to do it.
I would change if we sit down and you tell me, and I'm coming back to our parents' situation with Easter and Christmas, right? Now we have 2 kids and it's 18 years down the road. And it's not worth to drive 7 hours. It's not necessary, because to get the kids to go from school, to drive, to sit in traffic, to spend 24 hours on the road and 48 hours, it's not serving the purpose any longer. And if you told me that when we just met, it wasn't understanding for me. But we went through this time frame of being together and growing together, and now we understand that it's not serving the purpose. There's better ways to meet with each other. 4 coming to 2 or 2 coming to 4. What's better? From each standpoint, from energy standpoint, from financial standpoint, from time saving standpoint.
You realize that yourself. I didn't have to tell you anything. That's your choice. But I think if I would keep asking you to do that, you would not.
One advice that I can tell you: you're trying to push that you're very important to me, and I have to do it for you. Yes,
So
do that. You're trying to push that each lady would probably want their man to say, "You're right. You're correct. You're 100% right," and I would change for you. This is all for you, but it would be fake. That's where the issue is, actually.
That's it.
That's where the issue is, because people are, man and female, are fake to each other, fake to themselves. Be honest with yourself. Ask
Be
yourself.
honest. Don't change.
No.
Don't compromise.
Like, share, subscribe. See you on the next video. Do change, but don't change to manipulate
Just for
others.
yourself.
Don't make
Forget about everybody else. Be selfish.
Don't make this a policy of I say you change. Make it a policy we
I
talk.
do whatever I want. Just like Taras. Okay.
Everybody, have a blessed day. Enjoy yourself. Talk to each other. Love each other. Hug each other. Make sure it's not
I'm
from
going to talk to
manipulative
you
state.
too right now.
I know. Have a blessed day.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.